It's time. It was quite a while since we've watched the last music video. I think it was The Reason We Fight. Sure, I'm pretty excited because I think I've watched pretty much all of the music videos from Galneryus, but I haven't seen this one so far. I also dig the kind of font style here. It's pretty much like a preset from Windows Movie Maker. It's already pretty good vibes here. Let's freaking go. Oh yes! That wide angle lens is pretty crazy. You've seen his finger expanding at the border of the frame. That was kind of funny. Also, I first thought we would see Sho at this point. I was completely confused. Sho has this like power metal stance with his legs spread apart in later music videos. It was kind of funny to see him doing the kind of similar pose here. There's so many good Galneryus songs, right? I totally forgot how atmospheric that intro of the song is, with this like very synthy pre-2000s prog feeling to it. It's really cool, man. And it feels almost like futuristic. We had a lot of medieval and ancient vibes in this album so far, but this, I'm almost thinking of Vitelgius as an album where they've done this really strongly. I shall the pride of the world. You watch my last carry on. Bit of gent. The finger. That's very cool. The background. Yamabi has such a weird facial anatomy. If I'm listening to his music, his voice sounds so strong and operatic, but you've seen him singing here, and his mouth isn't opened very widely. You would assume it's like open quite a lot. I also don't know how that actually interacts with singing because I'm not a singer, right? But you would assume it's way more open. And yeah, as I said, like I dig the background setup. They're doing this, especially in this era, quite sometimes with this projector. Is it even called projector in English? Like they have a projection right in the background. It's a very cool look. It adds a lot of texture to the set, but you also clearly see it's a projection. It's like not CG, and it's not claiming to be anything abstract or something. Are those sunglasses? What? Oh, I'm kind of getting the context here, maybe. You know, we have this break with futuristic stuff and all. And also she's like putting on those futuristic glasses. You can almost think of like VR stuff. I mean, it's early 2000s, I think. We're still like pre-2010. Might be, we're approaching the end of the album, right? Also the end of the trilogy. It was this epic trilogy which they have told. And it might be just also signifying it's almost getting time to move on to something new. It's my last farewell, whoever that is who is speaking at this point. But yeah, it's kind of interesting in that regard. And it's also, I really like the sound here. It's so cool. the obligatory apple. If you want to have like fantasy, symbolic, ancient imagery, just use an apple. It always seems deep. It's obvious that it has some inherent meaning to it or something. Have you seen that? I like how Yuki uses the keyboard. I'm also not a keyboard or piano player, but I really like how it looks. He's doing a lot of those swipes where it's just like whoop, across the keys, which could look like he's just playing random noise, but everything he plays sounds intentional. It's really cool. The guitar. Synth coming in, let's go. Sorry, I just like that transition here. We had the stops, then there was something like completely dissonant, and then they went to this absolutely bland bluesy section, and now we have this like really tasty solo. I dig this. We wow. She said, come into the new world, but like the rest is not. That's interesting. She's kind of inviting into the new world. I'm still trying to figure out if she's symbolizing the new world itself, or she's just like the one, you know, guiding you, inviting you to go there. I think at this point it's rather clear that she's not the protagonist, so she's not like coming from the old world and entering the new one. I do think she's talking to whoever she's addressing, who is supposed to come to the new world. Yeah, I just conceptually, I'm trying to like figure out the music video a bit. I also dig the atmosphere. I just love this early 2000s, a bit goth-like atmosphere with those symbolisms and with the look and everything. It's just like very moody. I totally dig that. Oh, she's crying. Okay. Heavy on the wah pedal. I have to correct myself. Now she said it's my last farewell, and now she's crying. So I might have been wrong about that. Oh, that sounds very nice. Yeah, man, like sound-wise, this is definitely part of the official Galneryus canon. I didn't quite remember from the name how the song sounded like, but mood-wise and all of that, from my perception, right, this is part of what shapes the general understanding of Galneryus sound. This definitely contributes to it, this song. This intro with the synth of Yuki, it just sounds very nice. It leads you very nice into that. And it's also a very nice closure if you go back to it. Like some of the melody things, some things Shu played, I think we can listen to into some of the parts again. It's also a very nice nuanced mix between, we have again a bit of like nostalgia and memories, but it's still driving and it's still not that sad and melancholic. It's just like, almost like a bittersweet kind of feeling, right? But I think it's a bit more uplifting than sad or something. But it has this depth to it. Well, I don't know how to say it, but I think you get what I'm trying to. Especially like when the solo hits, it's very nicely put together. And also we have to, I think I'm just gonna establish the term sunset feeling because they're doing this a lot of times here in the back of the chorus with the synth in the background. Let's just listen to that again. Exactly here. With the like synth in the background. And the arpeggios, right? It's like the combination of those strings in the background and the arpeggios and the guitar sounds and the melody, kind of everything comes together. And it just sounds, it sounds very nice. It sounds also very comfy, I do think. That's the sand of time, you know? Time's running out. And she looks worried also. That's like this little transition with the dissonance. It's so cool. You know, this line especially, it sounds so freaking boring. I don't know, it makes a point probably. The bass here also. I dig the bass line here. I also like your facial expression here. You don't have to have very nice acting skills to just look neutrally, but I think this neutral look works here very well. It's not excited, it's also not really sad, it's just like a neutral expression. It's maybe a bit thoughtful or something, but it's not a way in which you would say normally come into, like, you probably wouldn't say come into the new world ever, but if you would say it, you wouldn't say it like this. That's very interesting. Also how it lingers on her face a bit. The lighting is so moody in this video, it's very cool. And now she's just like mildly sad, right? She still has the neutral expression. You clearly see those tears are fake, but still it adds to the message, kind of. Sunset moment. The Waka on hand, bro. This like a very nice melody part. And here is the peak of the emotions here, and you see a little smile in her face. I don't know if it's intentional, but it's very cool. You see like this little smile in her face. It almost turns into a smile. That's a very strong moment, actually. Oh, this is just ridiculous, man. And she's sleeping again. I'm also wondering what that implication with her sleeping and awakening is. Like she's sleeping in the beginning, then she's awake, and that stuff happens, and there's something with the apple. Come on, bro, eat the freaking apple, dude. I don't know if it's like a plain, simple Adam and Eve analogy. Okay, you're Adam, eat the freaking apple right now, bro. I've already moved into the new world. I'm already a future person. Please, let's go. Something like that, maybe. Also, maybe she's like dreaming or whatever. I don't know, something like that. It makes an implication. It's simplistic, but I think that's what we all like and appreciate about Galneryus. It's simplistic, but it's still effective. That's always a thing I find in their music videos. And the general atmosphere, the aesthetic, I totally dig it. I probably dig the aesthetic of the old videos, which are in part like really cheap effect-wise or whatever. I probably prefer them to the newer ones, actually, because the like more grungy quality to it feeds into the atmosphere, in my opinion. When I'm watching and listening to stuff like that, it's like I could listen to this all day. Well, I would kind of listen to this all day if there wasn't a rule that I'm not allowed to listen to stuff we haven't reacted to so far. But there's still a lot of exciting songs to come, and we're not done with the album yet, by the way. There's still cool. Tell me how you like the song, and also if you have like anything to say about the video. It's always pretty cool to talk about stuff like that. And we have lyrics, of course, so we're gonna look into the lyrics as well. And you know, I think in this song you've understood kind of the core message pretty well, and like most of the lyrics, actually. Yeah, let's just see if we can uncover something new. For all the cloud, I'll show the prime of the world. I don't know what that means. Sounds very abstract. You watch my last carry out, you don't miss it. You know there's not a chance at all. Memorize the scene of my last. I'm getting a bit of vibes of, well, let's just go a bit further in the verse. Feel the fire in the middle of the night. The days of the battle has arrived at last. The light is ripping my eyes. You'll see the end of my life. The ache of your heart. It will break your heart. He's very like clearly talking to a you, so it's dialogue format in some sense. Person talking is the one who's going, and it will break your heart, so whoever is addressed. Just making a suggestion here, we have this, let's say, actress in the video. Let's say she's like a manifest feeling of some sorts, which we have carried throughout all of the 3 albums of the trilogy here, and she's now leaving. I think that might be an accurate way to see this, at least. And you should better prepare. Feel the fire in the middle of the night. That's also like an interesting thing. I probably everyone has had some of those nights where there is just like something awaiting, which we don't want to come true, but it's just like approaching. And then there's just this like worry or anxiety filled night or whatever. That might be it. And what I get from this verse also is kind of the vibes of stuff is gonna end soon. And I'm like mentally preparing to make the end at least as great as it can possibly be. Imagine you're close to your death, and the thought is, well, okay, if I'm dying very soon, I at least want to be the last moment as good and as like memory filled and as happy as possible. Something like that, right? I'm getting vibes of that here as well. So we want to gather all of the good stuff. Coming to that's the chorus, coming to the new world, but I can't see your smile. No one notices the truth. It's my last farewell. That's a bit sad. Right? Okay, new world is actually exciting, should be exciting, should always be exciting, but like every new episode is, you know, closing an old book or at least an old chapter. And I can't see your smile because it's of the past. No one notices the truth. It's my last farewell. You must take the new world. I just feel your pleasure. I'll never forget your warmth. It's my last farewell. Yeah, it's very sweet. We kind of also get the vibes of this, like, the song is a bit like lulling. I don't know, it has those vibes to it. Very well put together. That might be another verse. Here's the light brings liberty to you, but don't touch the truth of the world. Please warm me up, shut out the cold air, now I just determine. Okay, this is again like very hermetic almost. Here's the light brings liberty. The light, I do think is also a thing of the future, I suppose. But don't touch the truth of the world, please warm me up. We're totally in this like dreamy state again, you know. I think it was just the preceding song where the fantasy has broken apart, kind of. We have to get grasp of reality again. And now again we have this, but don't touch the truth of the world. And I think there was something up there as well. No one notices the truth. Yeah, it's kind of like mood swings a lot. Shut out the cold air. If I'm talking about, you know, sunset mood and all of that stuff, cold air, yeah, it's like, it feels warm. The song feels warm. Feel the fire in the middle of the night. The days of the battle has arrived at last. The light is ripping my eyes. You'll see the end of my life. The ache of your heart. It will break your heart. I'm a bit confused at this point with like I and you and all of this stuff, but the light is ripping my eyes. So you kind of see the process. You see the end of my life, right? The light is contributing to it. Maybe one can visualize it like the light is coming from the future, or it's like, it is like the future itself, right? And it's like very bright, taking you in, and it's ripping my eyes. So almost eating my body away or something. And this is the end of my life. But that's also cool because here he's actually welcoming the light. So it's, I think, as I said before, it's this bittersweet element. It's like very clear we're moving on, but there's still a bit of sadness about it, but also acceptance that just things are moving on now. Coming to the new world, but I can't see your smile. No one knows this is the truth. It's my last farewell. You must take the new world. I just feel your pleasure. I never forget your warmth. It's my last farewell. Maybe I just got it mixed up, but it also seems that the perspectives are switching here. Sometimes, you know, the one who's going talks, sometimes the one who's staying, or let's say dying. But what's very clear is there's something staying behind, and whatever is staying behind is dying. And we have this like transition through the light to the new world, something like that. We have here the chorus again. Yeah, we have here the pre-chorus again, and we have here a repetition of no one notices the truth. That's a bit cryptic to me, but I like things which are not so clear to figure out. Makes things more interesting. So no one notices the truth. At least it sounds cool. You know, sometimes you can get clingy of your past life or your past work or whatever, and no one notices the truth. We can't like see their personal perspective or their personal struggle within that transition, right? We can only see it from the outside. So that might be the truth, but that's very speculative here. Well, I think that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed the reaction, as always. And we're not done yet. And I'm saying this like with a big exclamation mark, because I really like the next song, by the way.